The South African Weather Services has warned that most parts of the country may encounter property damages due to flooding over this weekend. So we've received reports that some towns of the Free State province have been flooded as well. So we have on the line with us now Hilary Mopeti. She is the spokesperson to the Department of Roads in the Free State. Good afternoon to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us. So which areas specifically have been flooded in the province?
Good afternoon, Palisa, to you and the viewers. I can inform you that since this morning, after the rains that we experienced overnight until early hours this morning, the road between the Vepena Road is one of the roads that has been experiencing huge waterlogs, which come through as floods. So a number of our road users were quite stranded at that area. So these waterlogs cleared as the rain stopped, and the road is usable as we speak right now.
All right, but there were also reports that the Kroonstad Edenville Road as well was also flooded. What's the situation like now?
Even that side, as we speak, the road is clear. These waterlogs have cleared. But what I should also indicate is that because there's a dam nearby, so when the dam overflows, the roads also get affected. This is our first time experiencing these floods. Huge waterlogs like this. It's our first experience, but I think it gives us an exercise to look for the future, what we can do to ensure that road users are safe on the road.
But you say it's the first experience, or do you mean the first experience in that part of the province? Because if my memory serves me well, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was the same problem on the notorious N8 between Botshabelo and Bloemfontein.
Indeed, all three areas are first time for us to experience such huge waterlogs. So that means we experience more rain than usual, and the drainage obviously because of the heavy rains, the flowing of the water was not as it usually is. So there was more water than usual. So indeed, all of these three towns or areas that you've mentioned have been our first experience with them. This time. But
also this morning, I don't know if you've received any reports, because we were hearing that the M1 between Bloemfontein and Johannesburg as well, apparently motorists were also left stranded in that particular road due to heavy rains.
Between Johannesburg and Bloemfontein?
Yes.
I had not received anything in that area, but I know for sure that N1 just after Kroonstad approaching the toll gate, there's also a tendency of waterlogs in that area when there's heavy rainfalls. So it doesn't happen all the time. It happens once in a while. But yeah, we know that area also does have waterlogs from time to time.
But as I was saying earlier, that the Weather Services has predicted more rain for most parts of the country, and I would believe the Free State province as well. What alternative routes should the motorists use, more so the Wepener-Wetstep Road, the N8 as well, and the Kroonstad Edenvale?
The Wepener-Wetstep Road has no alternative route. The only alternative routes that there are gravel roads, and they also get flooded. Once the main road is flooded, obviously those gravel roads will also be flooded. So it's difficult to recommend an alternative road in that area, because all gravel roads, once the main road is flooded, then the other gravel roads will also be waterlogged.
All right, but what contingency plans have been put in place in the province for anything that can happen? Do we have officials that are readily and available on the roads?
Look, we do have some of our chief engineers who have been observing these flooding experiences that we are having, and we believe that soon, because like I said, it is our first time experiencing such huge waterlogs. So I believe that it's something that we need to work on as a department, and our chief engineer. So definitely, I know right now there's somebody working on these flooding experiences, and from the report there will be recommendations that the province will have to employ to ensure that, or to come with a plan in future to see how do we address the challenge that is faced by road users.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for your time. Hilary Mopeti is the spokesperson of the Department of Roads in the Free State province.